Olá pessoal, bem-vindos ao Enigmas. Você está entrando em um programa onde o normal é ser diferente.
O normal é ser paranormal. Tudo bem com vocês? Tudo bem, Cris?
Tudo bem, Kathia Gaya?
Tudo ótimo.
Hoje uma notícia quentíssima aí, né? Kathia Gaya vasculhando os arquivos aí do Yahoo, lendo muito no Facebook. Temos uma notícia importante para vocês, que um objeto, então, está próximo à Terra. Vamos aí, Kathia Gaya.
É verdade. Aliás, está noticiado em muitos locais, muitas pessoas falando. Para quem gosta muito do tema, estranho objeto não identificado pela NASA se aproxima da Terra. Então, esta notícia é do dia 9 de janeiro de 2017, mas outras redes já começaram a divulgar até em data anterior. Um objeto misterioso voará pela Terra entre janeiro e fevereiro deste ano. Entretanto, as suas características são tão incomuns que mesmo os cérebros mais brilhantes da NASA não conseguiram descobrir o que é exatamente. O objeto chamado 2016 WF9 foi descoberto pelo projeto NEWISE, de asteroide e cometa da NASA, em 27 de novembro de 2016. Os cientistas da NEWISE acreditam que ele pode ter até 1 quilômetro de largura. Espera-se ainda que a sua aproximação mais próxima à órbita da Terra seja em 25 de fevereiro, a uma distância de 51 milhões de quilômetros. Confusão. O objeto está causando confusão entre os cientistas da NASA, pois eles não conseguiram dizer se é um cometa ou um asteroide. Como regra geral, os asteroides tendem a ser rochosos ou mais metálicos, enquanto os cometas são mais gelados. Já este objeto parece ser escuro e refletido, que é tipicamente uma indicação de que é um cometa. Apesar disto, ele não tem a característica nuvem de poeira e gás que define um cometa. Esta falta de clareza também significa que o objeto tem uma origem desconhecida. 2016 WF9 poderia ter origens cometárias, disse o investigador principal James Bauer no laboratório de propulsão a jato da NASA. Este objeto ilustra que a fronteira entre asteroides e cometas é incerta. As informações é do IFL Ciência.
Bem, pessoal, lógico que pode ser tudo, mas ele vai passar praticamente num fio de cabelo próximo à Terra. Então, vamos, pensamento, sentimento de pacifismo para que ocorra melhor para todos, porque não vai colidir, eles não estão achando que vai colidir nada, mas é no mínimo interessante. Mas eu trago nesse programa, então, um vídeo do ex-presidente Regan e de algumas autoridades dizendo de um objeto não identificado que está próximo a FOBUS, em Marte. E vocês vão ver aí com clareza o que eles estão dizendo. E é interessante que essas informações vêm para nós, né, Kátia?
Casam, né?
Então, isso casa, gente. É interessante porque algo está pairando no ar. Os governos sabem disso, todos sabem disso. Será que não seria a mesma coisa? Bom, aqui nós estamos apenas especulando. Tudo pode ser. Fica aí com o vídeo.
Pesquise, assista, vale a pena. Nós estamos aqui somente colocando uma outra situação, mas fica para título de conhecimento porque o vídeo é fantástico.
É isso aí, pessoal.
Até.
Gratidão, pessoal. Fica aí conosco aí e assista o vídeo.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
They're all over the damn place. They're in our midst, and they are family. We're related to them because they were the ones that had a hand in establishing us as a hybrid race 100,000 years ago. And that hybridization is still underway, it's still happening, even as we sit here and speak. It hasn't stopped. It's underway. They have different agendas. Some of them are nice folks and some of them are not. As I said, they have different agendas, but they're all around. The one in the upper left-hand corner there is another self-luminous object that moves all over the place. That object is over 2,000 miles long. It is an artificially constructed object, over 2,000 miles long. It's about 500 miles in diameter. Can you imagine a technology and a society that can build an object 2,000 miles long for 500 miles in diameter? Oh, this is an object that flew up and knocked the Soviet satellite out of orbit some years ago. The Soviets sent up a damn first-rate satellite.
No one believed me, even from those few people that I was able to share this experience with, that this is true. But luckily, with the development of the ufology and many great people out there that are doing the research and providing the video evidence. So as you can see, this is on infrared. That is why his black and white is from STS-63. 63, sorry, and they are trying to locate the Mir space station. They cannot locate the Mir space station because more than 100 objects are appearing and disappearing from the radar. Those are the same type of craft that I observed on the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. And those are those balls of light that I was observing in those times, as you can see clearly creating intelligent formation.
And they wanted to take pictures of one of the moons. They wanted to take pictures of Phobos, one of the two moons of Mars. And while they were taking pictures, this object comes up from the surface of Mars, bumps the Soviet Phobos satellite, knocks it out of orbit, and it crashes. Next picture, please. What you see there is a picture of Phobos, the moon, and I mean artificial moon of Mars, and below it you see an object that the Soviets said measured roughly 15 kilometers in length. An artificial object near Phobos, the moon, 15 kilometers in length. Next picture, please. That's the moon, 12 miles in diameter. The Soviets planned to land on it. Well, someone else said, no, you're not going to do that. But that is a picture of Phobos, which they've all concluded is an artificial satellite. This photograph was taken by your own NASA Apollo 13 guys on their trip to the moon. It didn't work out too well. And many of you may have heard rumors about the story, but Apollo 13 had a small nuclear device aboard. And they had been told by the guys that ran NASA that they were going to land on the surface, going to place this small nuclear device. And then when they all left and came back aboard and came back, they were going to detonate it and study the reverberations of this nuclear device, study the seismology of the moon, because they've been convinced for some years that the moon is basically hollow. It appears to be somewhat of an artificial satellite. Well, they plan to detonate this nuclear device, and the others said, no, you're not going to do that. We'll get back to that picture again, please. All right. The object you see there in the middle, over 2,000 miles long. It's an artificial, I assume metallic object, probably crammed with guys. And that object followed our Apollo 13 all the way to the moon, around and back. Now, whether they were trying to make sure the Apollo 13 guys got home safely or what, whether they were the ones responsible for Apollo 13's little accident, which kept them from landing on the moon and placing that nuclear device, who knows? We may find out someday. But here you have an artificial object in orbit. Now, I've spent some time aboard aircraft carriers with my kid. We have carriers with 5,000 men in the crew, 1,000 feet long, 150 aircraft. You know, there's snack bars, dining rooms, accommodations, this and that. Can you imagine the accommodations on an object over 2,000 miles long? Next slide, it's the second photograph. Same objects, but a second photo in the sequence. That's the big mother, and I use that, no pun intended. There are other objects out there. There's a disc-shaped object, and then there's the other object. Then above it is the moon out there. But there's that one big object out there. I'm sure they got a crew of hundreds, maybe a couple of thousand. The ones I refer to as the others. I hate the term alien. I hate the term UFO. There are no UFOs. We've known what they are for years and years and years. Some of them are ours, some of them are theirs. There's no unidentified flying objects out there. They're all identified. I've tried to impress upon you the seriousness of it, the seriousness of the cover-up and the lies they've been telling you, the importance of why you need to know as much as you can know. And you need to be presented with the material because, damn it, you all deserve the truth. You have a right to know and you have a need to know because you are the people that this whole damn thing is all about.